Okay, YouTube, what's going on? It's Mesa Fail, Table Sean, whatever Sean, back at it with some Destiny. Alright guys, time for another top 10. This is going to be my top 10 best weapons for PvE, okay? So, this is totally subjective. These are my favorites that I use for strikes, that I use for patrol, that I use for raid, that I use for prison of elderly people, that I use for everything that's non-PvP related. I'll mention a few PvP things here and there if they're applicable, but this pretty much is all subjective, and you got to make sure you let me know in the comment section what your top 10 are. I did one of these videos about a month or so after the Taken King has come out, so this is going to be all about the post-April update, because a lot of things have changed, or for me at least, of what I use with the most recent patches, as well as new stuff coming from the April update. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So coming in at number 10 is going to be the Harrowed Quilmes Terminus. Okay, I can't live without this thing, okay? This drops from the War Priest on hard mode, or whenever you play Kingsfall hard, and I don't have anything special in terms of its perks, okay? The last perk is the only one that changes, and I got one with Army of One. Probably could have gotten something better there, but hey, it's solar, it hits hard, and man, they really spoiled us with Cocoon, or at least when it comes to the raid stuff, I'm so used to not having to reload on my raid weapons that I, like, when I get an HMG or I get a sniper or something that doesn't have Cocoon on it, I'm like, wait a second, I gotta reload this thing? I don't know. So this is number 10. Coming in at number 9 is going to be another raid weapon, okay, and that's the Harrowed Quilmes Frenzy, okay. Now, I got lucky and I got tracking on mine. Now, the blast radius on this thing is just off the chart, okay. Mine is Void, which I probably would have preferred a solar one. You know, I always prefer Arc or Solar over Void for everything. I don't feel like Void all that often, unless it's a Void burn, is that useful. But when it comes to rocket launchers, this is the only one I use, guys, but not for PvP, okay. For PvP, I'm still using my old Year 1 Tomorrow's Answer. But yeah, when it comes to anything strike related, PvE related, and comes to a rocket launcher, and I'm taking out a Taken Zealot on the Cosmodrome, I am definitely always going with this thing because it tracks and I don't want to have to miss. And of course I like Cocoon because I just stow it and then it's going to reload itself. So that's number 9. Now, coming in at number 8, it's going to be the Boltcaster, okay? Now, this was a tough one because I also like the exotic sword, Raise Lighter. That thing does a hell of a lot of damage. But the Boltcaster's been coming in handy because of the fact that the weekly heroics have had an arc run on them, and I also like the fact, I've always liked the fact that this thing shoots, okay? It shoots a beam of arc energy to enemies far away, so you could actually use this on bosses. You don't have to get up close, sword the boss, and then I have to revive you when you die. Remember, I always make fun of what's called annoying sword dude, and I only use the exotic sword on certain strikes. One in particular, this one here, the Dust Palace. Now, coming in at number 7 is going to be the Jade Rabbit. Now, I know this is only on PSN, okay, and you Xbox users should be getting it when Rise of Iron comes out. That's when the year's been up. But what's not to like about this thing, okay? It hits really hard. It's got the Fate of All Fools perk, where you chain body shots to gain bonus damage on your next critical, and then you could also return ammo to your magazine. It's got Zen Moment, it's got Spray and Play. I love Spray and Play, okay? I'm a panic reloader. I like to just empty out the clip and get that really fast reload. And I pretty much use this on most of my strikes if I'm using an exotic for my primary, okay? We'll get to some other Scott rifles, which you probably already know what's coming up towards the top, maybe 3 or 4. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it. Enough of my babble. Next one. All right, next up at number 6 is going to be the Black Spindle, okay? I have to have this on my character at all times. It's one of the hardest hitting snipers in terms of its impact, and it's got a low rate of fire. But the key perk is White Nail, okay? So when you keep landing those precision shots, it's going to start pulling ammo from your magazine. So whether it's a fallen walker, whether it's a boss you're laying into and you're getting those headshots, or particularly in the raid when you're doing Golgoroth, all of us have Black Spindles, and he just goes down really fast. I didn't even realize it had Mulligan on it. Well, you know, for the most part, I don't miss shots when it comes to this thing because I'm always trying to get critical so I could just keep on firing, pulling ammo from my reserve. So Black Spindle, definitely can't live without this thing, and it's solar, so if there's any type of solar nightfall, this thing hits so damn hard, and if it's a solar burn, it's going to take out things really, really quickly, regardless whether you're getting criticals or not. Now, coming in at number 5 is going to be Telesto the Molesto, as Matt calls it, okay? Love this thing. It's void, and it's got unplanned reprieve, and that's where when you shoot it, it has projectiles, fusion projectiles that stick to things and then explode. It's awesome for shredding majors, ultras, and bosses, okay? A lot of times I'll use this on the final boss. So remember one time, it was the Nightfall Blighted Chalice with Void Burn, and I cannot believe how far the projectiles go across the room. Battle Run is great when you're killing ads and it kicks in and you just start running really, really fast. Also comes in handy with making some orbs for your teammates if you need to. It's got Harbinger Spark, okay? So if you get multi-kills with it, you can actually make some orbs. So I love this thing. By far, for me, the best fusion rifle in the game. And no, I'm not talking about PvP. I'm talking about PvE. Now, coming at number 4 is going to be my Longbow, okay? Now, I got a really killer roll on this thing, and I pretty much retired my 1,000-yard stare. This one's got the SLR 10 scope, it's got snapshot, it's got outlaw, and it also has triple tap. Outlaw's great in PvP, because if I actually do get the headshot kill, which is not often, you know me with my terrible aim, you get that really fast reload, and triple tap is when you land critical hits over and over, you get a round return to your mag. So this thing is awesome, and I pretty much have it with me at all times, and it's a solo one. Now, coming in at number 3, it was the devil you know. Okay, I've got one with luck in the chamber, it's got spray and play, it's got rifle barrel, and it's all I used for so long, okay? But that has changed since last week, and if you watch my videos over the weekend, I got 2 really killer rolls on the Kumakatak. Hope I'm saying that right. HC4, Omelon hand cannon from Arms Day, okay? The one in particular I like the most for PvE is this one right here, because it's got outlaw, it's got luck in the chamber, it's got rifle barrel, and yeah, this thing just kicks ass. I mean, I constantly use it when I'm on patrol, and even in strikes for the most part. It's got, you know what, if you watch my video over the weekend, the thing, it almost has like scout rifle range. There was this one clip early on in the video where some guy was going at me with the Mida multi-tool, and I still was able to down him really fast. Because in PvP, the one with rifle barrel, at pretty much medium range and almost long range, it'll do like 51s to the body and 77s critical. And luck in the chamber, that will do over 100, just about 100, I believe. Okay, coming in at number 2, I know it's totally cliche, but it's the Mida multi-tool bag. And I say cliche because I get made fun of on my streams every Tuesday morning. Like, Sean, don't you use anything else besides Mida multi-tool? But what's not to like about this thing? You run around so damn fast with the Mida multi-tool perk. You get a speed bonus, plus you tack on the lightweight perk, plus you got the fire on a feather trigger, or whatever it's called. You shoot really fast, you run around really fast. What's not to like about it? The only drawback on this thing is that it's not the greatest in the damage department when it comes to PvE. I generally like a harder hitting scout rifle, but the fact that I can run around really quickly with this thing and fire it really fast, I really enjoy this thing.
Coming in at number 10, the DIS-43.
God, that kills my voice. The DIS-43, my quote-unquote God roll that I got from Arms Day. This one's got hand-laid stock, perfect balance, and full auto. And it's got the 57 sight on it, which highlights enemy targets. What can I say? This thing is freaking awesome, and whenever I do any strikes, when I do the raid, this is always on my persons, okay? It's kind of like impact of like a Jade Rabbit. I also have the DIS-47 with max stability and full auto too. That's a really fast-firing one. You know, I should give this thing a whirl in PvP. Same thing with the DIS-47. Same roll on it. The thing does not move. But I'm just not really good with the hard-hitting scout rifles when it comes to PvP. But yeah, guys, if you get the chance when Banshee brings this again, buy it, and then just pray that he brings you this type of god roll, okay? Max stability, full auto. A few weeks ago, he did bring one that was kind of close to having max stability and full auto. I believe a lot of you guys hopefully got that one, so stay tuned to my Arms Day videos. I do them every Wednesday, and especially when Rise of Iron comes out, we are getting a new a new foundry, Nadir. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Anyway, battle modes engaged. Make sure you let me know in the comment section what your top 10 are for PvE. So that's it. Drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Make sure you follow me on the Twitter at Mesa. Check out my stream. Links in the description. Hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. And that's it. I'm out of here like Vladimir.